Hi, Geoff.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, good.
How's your day going?
So well, it's been an interesting day. I'm actually driving from Chicago to Milwaukee to do a show tonight.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, I won't keep you. If you don't mind, I would like to start just by going a little old school, if you can answer some of the old questions for me. When was the first live performance that you ever did as a singer in a band, and the first gig with Queensryche?
Oh, well, first live performance I ever sang. Gosh, I'm going to say probably sometime around 1976, summertime. It was an outdoor show, and my band was playing outdoors. And the first one, I'm sorry?
What was the name of the band? It wasn't Queensryche, obviously.
No. I don't really remember what we were called at the time. Yeah, I can't remember.
Okay.
First live performance with Queensryche was at the Paramount Theater in Portland, Oregon, in I'm going to say 1983.
Yeah, that's when you first popped it. That's when you guys, I first heard of you. EP was awesome, by the way. And was Queensryche always called Queensryche, or did the band have another name prior to that?
Well, we were called the Mob originally.
The Mob?
But we changed our name when it came time to put an album out.
Huh. And how did you come up with the name Queensryche? Is there a meaning? Is there meaning behind the name, or?
Yeah, we just combined the words of the name of the song, Queen of the Reich, and just kind of made a word out of it. And then misspelled it and put umlauts over the Y, which doesn't make any kind of sense at all. And then
looks cool though, right?
Yeah, we spent about 11 years of our career kind of explaining to everyone how to pronounce it. So
Gotcha.
Once you learn it, you kind of got it,
Yeah, oh, definitely unique. What is your personal favorite song that you've ever written, whether it be with Queensryche or any other band?
Well, I don't really have a favorite.
Oh.
I'm pretty attached
probably a hard
to
question.
all the songs. Yeah, well, it just doesn't really have an answer,
Yeah, I'm sure it'd be hard to pick one.
You're attached to all the songs that you write, you're part of your life.
Right. I just didn't know if there was maybe one that stuck out a little bit more than the rest, but and then other than the obvious, becoming famous and selling records, what was the vision for Queensryche when the band first got together?
Well, I think we probably all had different visions and different ideas of what Queensryche was or could be. And the challenge was really to get everybody on the same page over the years. And that's been a career, really, trying to keep everybody moving in the same direction and interested in the similar things and productive. And,
a challenge?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's the biggest issue and challenge of being in a band is to keep it all together.
Okay. And now that the band has achieved success over the years, and now that everyone in the band's a little older, has your vision both musically and lyrically changed? And if so, in what ways has it?
Oh yeah, well your vision's constantly changing. With every year that goes by and every life experience you have, it helps shape your art.
Right.
And the music expresses that. And I think if you listen, back to all of our records, starting from the first one up to the latest, you'll see a huge progression in what we've done.
Definitely. If I had to put you on the spot right now and have you tell me like three highlights of your career with Queensryche, such as the most exciting moment, the craziest moment, the most rewarding moment, what would the answer be on that?
Probably a really vague answer because I don't really look at life like a sporting event.
Yeah.
With rating systems and good, bad, ratings on them. It's all part of living, and it all helps too. Every experience you have shapes you as a person, and gives you something to talk about in the songs. And hopefully expands your mind a little bit and makes you a better person as well.
Yeah. Do you incorporate a lot of that into your lyrics as well?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Everything that you live, goes into the words and the music as well.
Throughout the years, I'm sure you've had, many trials and tribulations. And what would you say has to be the lowest moment for you personally, as well as the band? And how did you overcome that? And do you feel that it made you stronger? And did it make the band stronger?
Well, I tell you, when I guess it was around '97 when our guitar player left the band abruptly. That kind of threw us for a loop, and we were kind of reeling from that challenge of, continuing writing records without him. Mm-hmm. And then our record company went out of business and went under, and thought at the time, wow, pretty tough. How are we going to survive this? Well, I guess we'll just, write another record and get another record deal and move on. And then our management left us, so we were kind of, sitting there without, a guitar player, without management, without a record company. Mm-hmm. And that was kind of tough. But, we managed to pull it all together and make it happen. So,
right.
And learn from it, learn from it all.
Yeah. Throughout the years, you've released many albums and done many tours. Can you tell me a little bit about your newest album and tell me who came up with the concept behind the Cabaret tour? And what should the fans expect from your date in Phoenix when they come to the show? Well, okay, the new album, we're kind of in the midst of writing right now. There's really not much to talk about with that as of yet. I don't really know when it's going to be released yet because we haven't finished writing it, and so probably I would guess sometime next year. Mm-hmm. The Cabaret show was an idea that my wife Susan, who's also our manager, I brainstormed up one morning drinking coffee. Oh, wow.
And it was a really, really, is it here? Sorry, I'm trying to drive and talk at the same time.
No problem.
Yeah, so it was a morning conversation that turned into quite a show, and it's a really fun show. Very
definitely looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, it's very clever and fun. It's a story that runs through it, and it uses really interesting performance art to accompany our music, and really something to see.
Very cool.
Aerialists and ballet dancers and jugglers and go-go dancers and contortionists and you name it.
Sounds like a crazy show.
Yeah, it really is.
Definitely
really
something fun to see. Okay, and whose idea was it? And what made you decide to have your daughter sing on Home Again? Do you see her on any future Queensryche albums?
Yeah, I don't know, really. Hopefully, if something arises, that we can work on, that'd be fun. It was one of those kind of spur-of-the-moment ideas that just kind of, seemed to happen. She was in the right place at the right time, and I just finished writing the song, and she came up from school and was, asked me what I was doing, so I played her the song, and she really, related to it, and, asked her if she wanted to sing on it, and she said, yeah, I'll give it a try. Okay. And it just turned out great, really.
How neat,
well done.
Awesome song. Okay, and then, of course, Insania. Can you please, maybe shed a little light on the story behind that and how you became involved in the wine business, and, which one of the wines is your personal favorite?
Well, Insania is a project that Susan and I and Holly Turner had talked about for quite a few years, and kind of at first, over about many glasses of wine, and wouldn't it be fun to ... And it turned into this project that is really, really fun to work with. It's going very well. We're just about sold out of this year's vintages already, and it just was released in happy about that.
Very
And
nice.
yeah, I'm a wine fan, and this is really kind of another way to kind of participate in art. The art of winemaking and the craftsmanship of it, and learning about how grapes grow and how seasons affect grape crops and what sort of wine you can make out of certain grapes. It's all been a really fascinating learning experience for me the last few years.
Which is your personal favorite?
Well, I only do two. There's the red and the white, and I like both of them. But